I remember the first time I touched the radio. The lights, the knobs, the sound of the dial channeling through the various stations. I remember sitting as a child, trying to find a station on my dad's old beat-up radio in his 1962 Impala, moving the dial slowly across the numbers on the screen. And then almost out of nowhere, from within the static noise, all of a sudden music would magically appear. My dad brought me up on the oldies, and I would call and request songs almost every night. As a little kid, I would fall asleep to the old sounds of that radio. There's a lot of influences, but you know, people ask, oh, where'd you get your sound? Where'd you get your sound? And it's like, the people that we admire are the ones that really are, their identity is themselves. And people want what they have, but you really become something powerful when you're just yourself and you flow from your heart. There's a lot of influences that I love because people that I love, I can see their heart, I can hear their heart, you know, and that's what draws me to those types of music and those types of singers, is because I can hear that they're being authentic and what they're portraying is real, and I feel that God's given me that gift to do that, and that's all I want.
When we heard Eric, we saw him. We met him playing at an event in Massachusetts, and Eric got up there with an acoustic guitar and a harmonica and just himself, and he blew the doors off the place. His voice is so powerful, just even without a microphone, that it was amazing to watch. I watched the whole set, and I couldn't stop myself from being transported back into time, hearing music and being reminded of music that I grew up listening.
We started writing songs, and I knew kind of immediately that we wanted his voice to kind of sit in this old school gospel sound mixed with almost like a Van Morrison folky feel. It was cool because we even tried to mic things, obviously, in the Motown way by a lot of room mics, and we did a lot of the record to tape. Come now and rescue us, deliver us from evil. A big part of what we kept talking about on this was just making sure we capture the feel, that you feel the songs. It was important to bring in Carlton on drums and Steve Padden on drums and Rufus on B3 to kind of get a certain feel of that kind of old gospel feel that we were going for. Train up your child, train up your child. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. I think some of my favorite parts of this record is late at night, just kind of trying things vocally, and we wanted to spend a lot of time on the vocals and really get it right.
Yeah, won't fail me now. Didn't fail me then, when all I had was doubt. Didn't realize then, no sign from above. Thought you left me cold and alone by the side of the road.
I love the lyrics. The lyrics are super powerful, and he's not afraid to say what he's thinking in these songs. And some of it, I think, is at times uncomfortable to hear.
He preaches from the pulpit every Sunday morning. Live a life of purity, upright before the Lord. But every Sunday evening, when his family goes to bed, he is down on his computer, watching women get undressed. The devil goes fishing too. The devil goes, the devil goes fishing too. For souls, devil goes.
But Eric has a sense of mission. You know, he kind of lives his life, at least in my opinion, just kind of lives his life like it's, or sings, let's just say this way, he sings every song like it's the very last message he's leaving people. And so every single time he got into the vocal booth, or he, you know, gathered around the piano to kind of start working out an arrangement, he gave everything he had to that moment. And I admire that.
Right from the beginning.
2, 3.
Just been a great journey and a lot of fun to make this record with this team, and it always amazes me how each album the team is a little different, but how that team for that album really does help define the sound of that project. And this record was definitely defined by the players and the sound that people brought to the record. And it feels very throwback, feels very 70s, but yet still feels very fresh to me. So we hope this record comes off that way to you, that feels very gospel, old school gospel, but also feels very sacred. There's songs that are very meditative and devotional, that it's kind of a combination of all those things. But he definitely calls to mind a singer like Van Morrison or Jeff Buckley, that just can kind of sit in a lot of different veins and very well. And so we just wanted the music to kind of be a backdrop to what Eric was doing, and the vocals and the power and the gentleness that he brings to different tracks.
High priest, high priest.
I think a lot of his music has this quality to remind us of where we came from, and be closing your eyes and just being instantly back in a place of this nostalgic, familiar place. And that's what I love about these collection of songs that we've had a chance to record here at Old Bear over the past couple of weeks.
I think my favorite part of it is watching people's smiles on their face and saying, "Hey, man, we got something here that is timeless." And that's all I want to do, is make music that's timeless. You know when you hear a timeless song. I mean, and you know when you hear something that you're just gonna, turn the page. And I don't want, with my music and the music God's given us and myself, to be something you just turn the page and go to the next track. I want it to be timeless, where it just continues to renew and wash over. We've only got so much time to say what's in our hearts. And like those old songs I grew up listening to, I want to leave an impression. I want the words I say to be bold and make a statement. I want to leave not only a mark, but a legacy.
like lambs, but the rob be blind. Like the door, we better spread the news. The game is on and the game is you. You don't hear them howling, don't hear them moan. You don't see them coming on where they go. Those wolves in sheep's clothes.